Okay, gonna get right to it. These are sketches I wrote like 25, 30 years ago when I wrote for a college-age Christian group. You can find them on
So
YouTube
you must be
site
here
known as
for the
CCF
bus.
90 Skits
Yeah,
Nostalgic
I
if you want to
guess
watch over
so.
that in my commentary. There's a lot of evangelical cringe
So am
here, but
I.
honestly, not too much in
I
this
got a
one.
letter from
I
my
actually kind of
friend.
like this one.
Her
If you
name is
haven't
Gay.
guessed, it's based on
Great.
Forrest Gump.
At least you have a
This one is
girlfriend.
called
I'm
Forrest
still
Grump,
single at this
where
age.
Forrest
Life's
Gump
never
meets his
worked out
long
for
lost
me.
brother, Forrest Grump.
Oh, I
And
know all
yeah,
about that.
if they are brothers, how come they
More
have the
chocolate?
same? How come they don't have the same last name, but rather the same first name? Well, my answer to that
Mama
is
always said,
Forrest Gump's
life's
mom got
like a box
around,
of
so
chocolates.
I that
You
wouldn't
never know
surprise
what
me
you're going to
actually.
get. Wait a
But
second. My mom used to say that too.
I really like the idea behind the
You're
sketch,
Forrest
and the
Gump.
reason why I like the idea
Don't
behind
you
the
remember
sketch
me?
is
I'm
even
your
if
long
you
lost
take it out
brother,
of the whole
Forrest Grump.
Christian idea of having the right attitude or something,
Wow.
this sketch could work on
Mama
Saturday
used to
Night
always
Live or
talk
Mad
about you.
TV. And I think that's kind of
How
what the
are
reason why I
you?
like about it.
Terrible. It's just been,
Also, the guy who's doing Forrest Gump here is doing
What's
a
the
pretty good
matter?
job, and I like the guy
Hit
who's
your
playing
leg?
Forrest Grump. He's doing a good
My
job of
legs
just
used to
being
hurt
kind of
me too
angry at
back when I was
everything.
in school.
And
Oh, you
yeah.
too, huh?
So,
Yeah.
and also, it really
My legs
makes
have
fun of Forrest
hurt me
Gump
since I was
and
young.
how that
And
if
Mama,
you've watched
she
Forrest
wanted to
Gump
put these metal
now, it's
braces on my
just really
legs.
strange to
Ugh.
see this guy
I
just
ran
sort
away
of
from home
stumble
after
into
that.
history and
I was
and
gonna look
just do these
stupid with
things just
braces on my
unintentionally.
legs.
And sometimes
Mama always
and
said
now I feel like
stupid
that's been
is as
done to
stupid
death,
does. Yeah,
and
I know. She said the same
so it's
thing
sort
to
of
me.
crazy. So yeah. So here's kind of the funny thing about this thing. We have a few guest
Excuse
characters
me,
here from
but I'm
history.
looking for the bus to the Olympic
For
tryouts.
example, this guy here
Did I
is
miss
supposed
it
to
or anything
play
like
an
that?
Olympic
Yeah,
runner.
that bus over there. You know, I
And
always wanted
here's
to
the
be an
thing.
Olympic
The
runner,
ironic thing is
but
this
never
guy
tried
in
out.
real life, the actor playing
Oh,
Carl
really?
Lewis, actually was
That's
an
too
Olympic
bad.
runner. Yeah, he ran
Well, how about you?
representing
Have you
St.
ever tried
Vincent, I
out?
believe.
No, I never
So,
tried out for Olympic running,
so yeah, that's
but
kind
I
of a
used
funny
to run
thing
the
here.
ball for
So
Alabama
yeah,
State University
so yeah, he's
back in
portraying Carl
college.
Lewis, and I have to admit, a lot of people might not
Alabama,
know who
huh?
Carl Lewis is. If you don't, I get it.
You're Forrest Gump,
But
aren't you?
yeah,
My name is, well,
Lewis,
Carl
Carl
Lewis.
Lewis. So yeah,
Nice to meet
so
you.
it looks like most people in the audience knew who that was.
I was really inspired
But
by
I remember as I
one
was writing
thing.
this
You know, I
sketch,
had a
I
bad
presented
leg
it to the
and you
people that
still
helped
became one
me
of the fastest runners in
present the
college
sketch,
football.
and one of them
That's
suggested I
impossible.
change this guy's name to Jesse
Oh,
Owens,
wait a minute. There's my bus. Oh,
and
gotta
I
go.
couldn't
Sorry. See ya.
believe it when I heard
See,
that because
Forrest,
I just
life's
went
so
like,
unfair to me.
okay,
Everything's come easy
do
for
you not know
you.
the time period of this? Because I
Mama
kind of
never
went like,
said life was
okay,
fair.
Forrest Gump is
Well, it
obviously a
should be.
baby
It's
boomer.
not
He
fair
takes
that I got
place.
drafted and
It
went to
obviously takes
Vietnam
place
and got
after
terribly
World
injured.
War II.
You know,
Jesse
I
Owens
almost died there.
made his big feat
I
in the
almost died too.
30s Olympic
My friend
Games.
Bubba did.
And I felt like,
I think about Bubba a lot.
okay, I probably shouldn't. Here's the thing there's no way I can really. I understand that people don't really know their history very well, and
Is this the
sometimes
bus
things
stop
get
in
mixed
Georgia?
up, but
Georgia?
I just went
No.
like,
Why would you ever
I
want to go
just kind of went
there?
like, how did that even
I
get
want to be a rock
suggested? And
singer.
I feel
But
bad
I'm
for
having
even,
problems thinking
I
of
shouldn't, you
songs.
know what?
The name's
I shouldn't do
Springsteen.
that. I mean,
Bruce
I
Springsteen.
forget I said anything here.
My name
But I
is
like the
Forrest
guy's
Gump.
portrayal of Bruce
This is my
Springsteen, and oh my
hometown,
gosh,
Mr.
thank
Springsteen.
God we have that. Honestly, I
Your
thought a better
hometown.
Bruce
I kind of like
Springsteen
the sound of
jokes
that.
here. The fact that
So
he
what you're
didn't
saying is,
mention Born to
you were
Run,
born in
I
the
think is
USA.
stupid because
You know, I
honestly,
like that.
I
Sounds a
just
lot
talked
better.
about how Forrest
This
Gump
is
was
giving me some
running,
great
and I
idea
just
for some
thought, why didn't I
songs.
use
What was
that?
your name
Because
again?
I think that
Forrest
was his
Gump.
biggest hit.
That's right.
His earliest
You're the
hit was
guy who won the
called Born
ping
to
pong
Run, right?
championship. You know,
But
I really admire you.
oh yeah, and then of course here's the thing.
I heard you
Every
went through
time he
some bad
meets one of these
circumstances before
guys
you
that
became the
becomes a
ping pong
celebrity in the
champion of the
future,
world.
they always
I
say,
admire your
always
attitude. Oh,
talk about how
there's
much
my
they
bus.
admire
I gotta go.
Forrest Gump. Yeah,
Born
and here he
in the
is singing,
USA.
sing
I
"Born in
was
the USA."
born in the
And I think I
USA.
mentioned the song "My Hometown" and stuff like that, or I did some allusion to that. I just thought that was pretty funny. They got them there. So
I
look at
bet
that.
that
Forrest
singer
Grump
guy will
sort of
never
does
make it.
cut, and he actually
But of
cuts it out
course,
there.
everybody's heard of you.
Yeah, everybody's heard of you, and I kind of
I
like
never
this
wanted
thing.
to
I
be
kind of like
famous,
this idea that Forrest Grump
but
is
Mama
just
always said
is
if
always
someone gives
focusing
you
on the
lemons,
negative and always
take
focusing
lemonade.
on those that are doing better than him and just wondering when is he going to get his turn. I there's something real about that, and I don't think
Excuse me,
there's
gentlemen,
that
but
should
is
be
this the bus to Seattle?
downplayed.
I don't know, sir.
Yeah,
Why do you
so
ask?
Well, I'm trying to start a major computer
and
corporation.
this guy here,
My
he's
name's
trying to get to
William.
Seattle.
William Gates.
William
I'm
Gates,
Forrest.
he's
Forrest
Bill
Gump.
Gates. Yeah, this is pretty hysterical. And I think what's really even
That rings a
funnier
bell.
here
Wait,
is that
aren't you the guy that made a
Forrest,
fortune with the bubblegum
William
shipping
Gates is
company?
looking for a partner. He
Man, your
wants
story
to
really
get
inspired
Forrest
me.
Grump
I mean,
as his
didn't you really cash
partner,
in after that
and
one
he
big hurricane?
refuses. So in a
You didn't
way,
let
it's
bad
sort of like
circumstances stop you.
he's not taking
I need
it.
that
Forrest
attitude
Grump
before
is
I
not
can conquer the
taking the
computer world with
opportunity
this
that
new
he really
program of mine.
should. I actually think there's
What'd you do
something
before
really
you were a
good to be said
businessman?
about that.
Just
And not to
odd
get overly
jobs,
preachy
no
or
long
overly
lawns,
praising
washing
him myself.
windows.
I just think that's just a
Windows.
good
What's
idea
that?
here.
I'll call my new
There's some
program
really
Windows.
good, yeah,
Man,
I
you
guess
are
there are
really
some really good
amazing.
ideas in
Hey,
this.
how would you like to
I
be
feel
my
like I could
partner?
actually write this one today and feel still
Actually, my
proud of
brother
it.
here might be more qualified.
But yeah, look at Forrest. He's so humble. He suggests his brother. Just kind of goes, yeah,
Well
maybe
then,
he'd be the
nice to
good
meet you both.
partner.
Why, there's my bus.
Yeah, and of course, yeah, we got the there's my bus in case the celebrities or the
Maybe he'll succeed.
future guys
Keeping
need to
the
live.
Sherman's home
Oh,
group.
Sherman's Home Group. Yeah, that's
Nothing's
a.
ever
I'm not
gone.
gonna even bother mentioning what that's
Opportunity
supposed to be
never
a
comes
reference
my
to,
way.
but I remember
Just
the
like it
guy
has for
didn't
you.
who's in charge of CCF
I
didn't
just
like
don't
that.
understand it. Ten
Um,
times smarter than you.
yeah, and this is where it gets kind of interesting.
Boss
Man,
Grump, I
I
may
may
be
be stupid.
but I know what
Yeah,
attitude
I know.
is.
Very simple message.